Oh, good morning. Let's take these off. I've just been outside. I'm not sitting here like Fagin. Lovely to see you. Good morning. We're going to be doing some screen sharing this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're just sat in the snug. The log burner is going. We've had some pretty dismal weather here this week. Snow flurries and very, very, very chilly indeed. We're going to be talking today about queues of people in the snow waiting to get into a food bank, and it's harrowing viewing. We're going to be talking about the Manchester cafe owners that found themselves embroiled in a police brawl, and I think it's absolutely disgusting. I really do. We have in this country now the haves and the have-nots, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you, if you're naive enough to think that they're not coming for you at some point, let me tell you, they are. And they will, and you will. I guarantee you, right? Listen, if you followed people like me for years, you'll get to a point one day when something happens, and you'll smile inside. You'll go, yeah. Dave said that might happen. Dave said that might happen. Or the people that talk like Dave said, yeah, this could be. Jackie Jones, all right, Tree, cool. How are you? Lovely to see you. Alison Goulding, hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, just a little bit of a working top, this one. Dude, it's cold, man. It's cold. It's warm in here. I've got my log burner going, but it's unbelievable. Yeah, because we're going to be screen sharing in a minute, guys. I'm just sat here with a cup of tea. I should be at work, but I'll go to work tomorrow. I don't like going out in the snow, got to be honest with you. Morning, Dave from Tracy. This is my son's account. Hello, Trace. Nice to see you. Auntie Mandy's in. Auntie Mandy's in. She's in. Wet here, brother. Yeah. Is it wet? Have you got? Well, you got rain. You ain't got snow out there, Owen. I know. Yeah. Joy. Oh, we love joy. Oh, joy. Let's have some joy today, everybody. The common theme at the moment is welcome to my channel, and thanks for tuning in. I hope you've got a nice cup of tea and a bit of coffee or whatever it is that's going on. And what I want you to do is smile and just go, yeah, life, man, it's worth living. Rain. Oh, you got rain. Oh, dear. Auntie Mandy, lovely to see you. I love your profile picture, Owen. That's amazing. Morning, Dave. Hello, Treacle. How are you? Beautiful. There's lots of people at the minute in my country, which I find quite amusing. They're going out, and I might even do a live experiment later on. I don't know yet. It depends how frisky I feel. They're actually collecting the snow from outside, and they're taking it indoors, and they're setting light to it, and they're putting lighters and all that. And what you should have, obviously, is snow is water particles. So if you grab a snowball, years ago when we picked snow, it used to melt in your hands and it make your hands really cold. And it still does make your hands cold. But there's a lot of people compressing it together. I might even do it later today because I'm surrounded in snow at the moment, and we'll see what happens. We might do a bit of a live experiment later. But they're putting lighters on it and putting on their gas rings, and this stuff ain't burning. It's going black and giving off like a plastic smell. Just saying. Just had my boiler fixed off for 2 days. What was the problem with your boiler came on? Could have been frozen condense or something like that. I don't know. It depends what boiler you got, really. I've been a central heating engineer for 35 years now. 35. I know you're all going, what? Can't be that old. I am. I really, really am. Yeah, nice to see you came on. It's beautiful to see you. Morning, peeps. Auntie Mandy's, she's having a cup of tea with you. Frozen here, but with my fixed boiler, I'm okay now. You've had a broken boiler. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this clear. If you've got a condensing boiler, all right, oh, it's the release valve. It wouldn't hold pressure. So if you're in minus temperatures and your condense pipe from your boiler goes outside, now they've upped the bits and bobs on that. You've got to take them out 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch pipe now. But years ago, when we first started putting condensing boilers in, we used to put them in 21.5 overflow pipe. Well, clearly that used to freeze quite easily. So your boiler would go to reset. So there is a strong possibility that if you have a condensing boiler and you're in minus temperatures outside, then your condensed pipe could be frozen. So just YouTube how to defrost condensation pipes, and Bob's your uncle. You should be all right. I fixed mine myself, included postage. Oh, you did, didn't you? We had that little chat, didn't we? Oh, mate, that is just beautiful. As long as you turn the power off, you're all right. Auntie Mandy, got to be saying, mate, that's impressive. Well done to you. Well done to you. Auntie Mandy, we got Frankie in the room. 10-year lie. Look, everyone, listen, you're in this lockdown, whatever this is, this government. And I've not even ever paid attention to this lockdown business. I've never let it enter my... I might have used the word, but I've never ever worried about it. I've never thought, oh, I can't go out. I can't do this. I've never, ever, I've just thought, I'm just me, man. Surely we was all given the God-given right to travel this planet as we see fit. We just do what we want to do, right? Yeah. I don't understand it. We're bringing ourselves to a very bad conclusion, I think, mankind. We had no eating as a kids. It was like the old days. Yeah, the old frozen doilies on the window, and it's quite surprising how the temperature drops so quickly, doesn't it? It don't take long when you get into this kind of time period with the weather, that once your boilers go down, Bob's your uncle. Before you know it, you fart in and it comes out a cube. You throw it on the fire and it goes, pfft. You know what I'm saying? It gets really cold very quick. Nice to see you, Frank McAwaron. Love you, brother. I hope your kids are all right now, Cayman. God bless you, mate. Pressure relief valve, yeah? Did you do it yourself or did you have someone come around and do it for you? Happy days. Auntie Mandy, bless her. Look, I did as you said. Job's a good one. So she's put her own. It was a Valent, wasn't it? You done it on a Valent boiler, wasn't it? Fair play. Did them little things just pull off the front, like I said, your dials, and then you get like that little D-head thing behind, didn't you? And it just then you pull the board out from the back. Russell, it's his birthday. It's his born day. Oh look, let's give him a happy born day, son. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we were born to the world. We wasn't birthed, yeah? Ships get birthed when they come into dry dock or dock, yeah? Morning, Dave, and all. It's me born day today, and I'm living my life to the full. You got to. There's no point living otherwise. 49 years to the wise. Oh, mate, I've got a few years on you. You must be 49. That's 50. You must be a 71 model, yeah? 71, 72 model. Bless you. Have a beautiful born day, my friend. Auntie Mandy's really going to town now. She's obviously an apprentice boiler engineer. She said, I changed my release valve not long ago. She said, I've changed every part now. Bosh. I love it. We'll get you out. Listen, Auntie Mandy, we'll show you how to do your exchanges, your heat cell exchange, and change the gaskets and all that if you want. If you really want to get into the old boiler tech, we'll sort you out. Many happy returns, Russell. Now, you know, I want to get in. Actually, might as well talk about that while we're here. Back in the 90s, came this thing called Corgi. And it was, you've got to have this badge. Well, we'd been fitting central heating systems for years before. We never really killed anyone. We was always pretty good in the industry, but there was none of this bullshit rule and regulation. And all of a sudden, this thing called Corgi, Confederation of Registered Gas Installers, come out, and everyone went, we're going to sign up to that. Little did we know we was all giving our rights away. And then Corgi went bust. Corgi still goes, but it ain't the way it used to be. They had their license revoked from them, and it went over to a company called Capita. And then I'm starting to think, this is all about fucking business. This ain't about health and safety. This is about money. And Capita still have the monopoly on it through a company called GasSafe. So then what happens then? When GasSafe go, it could go to something else. To me, it's a complete mockery. And I'll guarantee you, right, I've been on many, many courses over the years, and I don't do them no more. But I've done every 5 years. I've done it 4 times. So I've done it for 20 years, right? Having lecturers tell me that I weren't no fucking good, and I'm a good engineer. And the rows I had with them was unbelievable. And the GasSafe man, about 7 years ago, come to my house over something trivial. I told him to fuck off. I did. I said, fuck off, get out of my house. I don't ever want to see you again. And these words as he left was, keep smiling. And I thought, I'll give you keep fucking smiling. He was unbelievable. But I've seen people go through their tickets, right? Because they go on these courses and it costs them about £1,000 a pop. The people that are giving the training exams know that if they don't pass them, they're not getting their £1,000 because the people could just walk out without paying, right? So they give people that really ought not to have anything to do with the industry, that have changed careers. I'll guarantee you now, right? I've started when I was 17 years of age. I'm now 53. I've been in the gas and plumbing and heating in industry for many, many years, over 35. And I'm good at my job, right? I don't need a piece of paper to tell me what I can and can't fucking do. And I've seen some right idiots, and you can't be experienced. It's like sex. Try sex for the first time. You're all fingers, thumbs. You don't know what's going on. Do you remember, guys and girls? Do you remember going back to your first fumbles? It's like, oh, fucking hell. It's like dot to dot. You ain't got a clue. And then all of a sudden, experience comes, and you get better at things, don't you? You know, I mean, next thing you know, 6 months later, you're wearing your gold stars. You're having a nice time. It's no different from that. You need experience. You need apprenticeships. You can't come from a baker, butcher position or hairdresser and then all of a sudden go and do a course and come out a gas engineer. That's just not right. It's completely wrong. Many happy returns, Ruskell. The Collymans in the room. Morning, Dave. Great to see John Harris videos again, the People's Champion, but I was shocked when you mentioned he's not with us now. Watched a lot when I was unemployed, but not so much once working. I'm not sure John's dead. I know it might sound a bit wacky, but I always watch these videos and watched him very closely. And he said one day, I've got to commit internet suicide. And I knew exactly what he meant. And so that's all I think that's happened. My heart. Now, we've lost other people along the way. We've lost Guy Taylor. Guy Taylor, sadly, has passed away. And Guy got cancer and passed about 2 years ago. Who else have we lost? Patrick Cullinane. There's been quite a few people that now have passed to the other side that were very much involved in what we talk about. But I've never felt that John was dead. I just think he got out and just because, I don't know. But I just got that funny feeling. I'm a Sparky. Courses, paperwork, registration. It's never ending. Yeah, I'm not doing it no more. Fuck, I'm too old now. I do lots of other things now, bathrooms and this, that, the other. And we still do very well, thank you. So we're all right. We're all right. But this system, as everyone in Broad, it all wants a piece of paper at the end of it. And all that we do when we sign these piece of papers and make all these graven images, we give our power away. And I'm certainly not prepared to do that no more. So, right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some nuts and bolts of this morning. So we're going to screen share. I want to talk to you about this morning, right? This is, hopefully you can see this. This is the London Economic. This is heartbreaking picture of snowy food bank queue goes viral. Shut up. Shut up. That's it. Not a photo of the Soviet Union in 1930. So look, we've got this has been written by a guy called Jack Pete. 10th of February 2021. So Jack is obviously a journalist, and he's making a quote here. Not a photo of the Soviet Union in the 30s, but this is England today, the UK, England. How did we allow this to happen on our watch? One individual said. I try not to use the words that are fiction because person is a fiction. I try to educate people to let them know that you're a man or a woman. You're not a person because persons aren't real. Okay. And the UK obviously is just a corporation. This is England. We have a Queen of England. We have England as a landmass. We have English Constitution. The Royal Mail are just introducing a load of new postage stamps, Magna Carta, which is all written by the English Constitution. So we live in England, ladies and gentlemen. We don't live in the UK. We live in England, and we're not persons. We're men and women. So look at this picture, right? You would look at that from the outset and think, yeah, we are in Soviet Russia. That does look like a scene from Soviet Russia. I do believe that is London, obviously. It says here, a photo of 100 people queuing in the snow. Oh, it's Glasgow. For food and a soup kitchen in Glasgow has gone viral after social media users lamented the inaction of the government in tackling a worsening poverty crisis. The images of the queue of kindness, homeless street team soup kitchen in Glasgow, George Square. Now, a friend of mine, Jason Noter, run the Leeds soup kitchens, and the Leeds, they were giving out sleeping bags, clothing, food, and they did that for quite a long time. And he had a great team there. They had loads of donations from supermarkets, and they used to feed the homeless and keep them warm. And God bless Jason Noter for doing that. Jason Noter is just a hell of a dude. A real proper bloke. So it says here, the images for queues of kindness in sub-zero temperatures on Monday, posted on Facebook. Graham Weir compared it to some Eastern European country that's been decimated by years of communist rule, saying the long queues filled in with rage. And I'm glad he's filled with rage. I know some of these people personally, and most of them are good people that have just hit a wee bump in the road. We are a civilized and caring nation, and we need to step up, he says. Even if you can give a little mutual respect, a smile and hello the next time you see a homeless individual, man or woman, trust me, it can be enough to turn their life around. So that's the reason why I do these videos. That's the reason why I come in and talk to you. That's the reason why I like you to share and like and do all that stuff, so that someone that might not know can come across information that brings them into knowledge and wisdom. So that does look. Says so. Tom Murtha, people queuing for food in the snow, not a photo of the Soviet Union. How did we allow this to happen? And this has been up. This looks like a Twitter post from a guy called Joe Skeeping. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the things to come, the future. Glasgow obviously been hit by a bit of snow, and these are all the people queuing outside their food bank. Andy Lockhart, the managing director of a finance company who volunteers to Kindness Homeless Group, said, also sharing his frustration, saying if the community groups didn't exist, many of these people would have nowhere else to go. Now, I want you to pay attention to that. If these community groups did not exist, these people would have nowhere else to go. Do you know how dangerous that is? Monday was a particularly busy night for us. He told The Big Issue we served over 200 and 220 people. On Wednesday, I reckon we will only see, and I say only because the number is so big, around 100 to 120 people a night are turning up there to get bits and bobs. So you can clearly see that our government have failed the people, right? So we've got to stop sponsoring mainstream government. We have to. I think it's your duty and obligation now to stop funding these cretins, because they absolutely will turn England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales into a communist bloc. And if that's what you want, carry on. If you don't want that, do something about it today. Make a stand, make a difference, and do whatever it is that you can in your life, in your world, to deny these people a lifeline, okay? Because they rely on you, you don't rely on them. That's how it should be. When we have these crazy people running this country, as you can clearly see, this is going to end in real doom and gloom. We have to shut these people down. Now, all we are to government is a piece of paper. We are a monetary stream. That's all it is. And the corporations, the government and the police are all one big political Zionist organisation. They all work together, ladies and gentlemen. And their sole purpose is to rob from you. It's certainly not to make you brilliant. It's certainly not to bring you peace in your life. It is to rob and keep you in this Hunger Game situation. And clearly you can see we are in a Hunger Game situation. And if you think this won't affect you at some point, think again. I'm pretty sure all these people that were in that queue, queuing up for their soup and bit of bread, never ever thought for 1 minute that they would be in this position. If you go back 6 months to a year, I bet they was all having nice lives, and now all of a sudden the cosh is on top of them. They're feeling the pinch, and they're all going to soup kitchens. So don't think this won't affect you. I think it's pretty scandalous that we're living in a society where poverty is on our doorstep and people are having to trapeze out into the city to receive support from a community group. Trapes, sorry, not trapeze. The problem is that if we don't do it, then who is going to? It's about stepping up to the mantle and making sure that these people are supported and services are provided for them. Kindness, Homeless Street team, God bless them, have been running a soup kitchen operation throughout the pandemic. operating 4 nights a week, even while the temperature hits -2, as they did on Monday night. You can donate to the group to help them out here. So there is a link clicked here. So let's click on the link and see where it takes us. So if you want to support that group, this is the so they've raised 58. The goal is £60,000, and so far they've raised 58,698. So God bless them. And this is the Kindness Street team in Glasgow. So if you can, I guess it would be a good idea to go and support these people. Everyone deserves a good meal in their belly. Everyone deserves a roof over their head. We need to swap government out, ladies and gentlemen. The sheer fact that Matt Hancock is now saying that if people don't play ball and people don't do exactly what he says on the tin, he's going to give them 10 years in prison. He is a Joseph Goebbels. He is a Rudolf Hess. He is a Heinrich fucking Himmler. These people are lecherous. Now, one thing I will say is a little caveat. Most people that have ever run this country that have descended into these levels normally find themselves getting stretched by the neck. Traitors normally don't end well for traitors. And we have a country now that is run by traitors. Our country is run by traitors, and treason still carries a death penalty, ladies and gentlemen. High treason and sedition still carries a death penalty. And these politicians are committing, in my humble opinion, as I understand treason, which is plotting against the Queen and the country and the people, that's treason. Very simple definition. Treason is treason. Now, the reason why Tony Blair took treason off the thingy years ago was because he wanted to commit it. The reason why Tony Blair got rid of a load of the people in the Lords and this, that, the other, and put them all on the payroll was because he wanted to commit treason. Tony Blair is a modern-day Heinrich Himmler. He did exactly to our parliament what Himmler did to the German parliament. Exactly the same. The only difference is that Tony Blair didn't wear jackboots and a funny hat, and look like he was out of a lower low. But he did it nonetheless, in exactly the same way as Heinrich Himmler did. Heinrich Himmler, his maneuver that he did was to subvert the constitutional arrangements of the German sovereign parliament, right? And that's exactly what Tony Blair did to this country in the 90s. He done exactly the same as Heinrich Himmler. And I want you to look as Tony Blair as Heinrich Himmler. I really do. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have done, I just want to bring this one to you. This is the show that I'm on tonight, 9 o'clock. I'm going to be on wakeupuk.net. You can see this. This is my little profile. They keep saying to me, can you upload a picture? So as you can see here, you've got the dial-in number. If you want to dial in and come on the show, you've got the email address there for the administration. You can watch the stream live, and you can also watch recent live streams. This is my profile. And we're just going to go down and see what the topic of the day is on Wake Up UK. Man arrested. Oh, hang on a minute. There's been outcry, a post this morning that a group of paedophiles have carried out a Zoom meeting. You know, we're all doing the Zoom now. We love the Zoom. We're in the Zoom. We love Zooming. It's the new norm, right? Zoom is the new normal. It's like we're all going to be having virtual reality 3D suits soon. And I'm proud we'll all be sleeping with each other virtually. Why not? Let's get on the Zoom. But anyway, these paedophiles have exposed themselves, physically showed their members of society off to 7-year-old children. I mean, fucking hell, excuse my French. We're just a sick, dirty country, right? So, man arrested at James Bond 25 film studio after placing camera in women's toilets. What a beautiful country we live in. A man was arrested this weekend for voyeurism, if that's what you call it, after allegedly placing a hidden camera in the toilets of Pinewood Studios, where the latest James Bond movie is being filmed. As you can see there, Daniel Craig, good-looking boy. The 49-year-old man was later charged with voyeurism. The spokesman for Thames Valley Police confirmed to CNN and will appear in court on Saturday. Film from the franchisee's latest installment, Bond 25, is currently taking place at Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire, UK. It's supposed to be Daniel Craig's final thingy. So we've got a guy there exposing himself to whatever. I mean, this country's just, it's become so. Oh, you can see me there. Look, Thursday night. You got 7 p.m. on a Thursday. You got Sandy Smith, and then at 9 o'clock you got some geezer called Dave Witcher, and we go on till about 10:30. And what you can do is you can come into the chat room. All you got to do is, if you want to come into our chat, is watch the live stream. You'll see our profile pictures come up, which mine's, I look a bit like Stan Laurel. You just got to click on that. That will bring you into the Zoom link, and you can come and join the chat, come and join the fun. We have a giggle. We really do have a giggle. I've got a co-member, a co-presenter, Mike Reynolds, good buddy of mine, and he comes in and we have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. So if you want a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, come in. It's fun. It's part of this new world, the new thingy. It connects us all together, and that is what we need right now, ladies and gentlemen. We need connection. Right, so I want to get into Beffy. Hello, sweetheart. Marsh told me about what happened with Zoom. I'm so glad I've kept my kids off the virtual lesson. I don't blame you, mate. It's what's you got adults showing their tallywhackers to 7-year-old kids through Zoom meetings. My good God. Auntie Mandy says, I see a great picture of Trump doing a Zoom last night with the military, the army, and the generals. He's still president, commander in chief. I've got a funny feeling, like I say, come January, February, March. I think March, you're going to see in America, you're going to see big things happen. You're going to go, whoa, I didn't see that. I think you are, and I don't think Trump's done. I really don't. UK media, he filmed it in a toilet bowl, shaken, not stirred. Ooh, Kobe, how you doing, mate? Kobe and P, lovely to see you. So yeah, Auntie Mandy, finger on the pulse here. She said, I've seen a great picture of Trump doing a Zoom last night with the military and the army and the generals. He's still president, commander in chief. I've heard that America has actually turned back to a republic, and as it was back in the 1700s. So, you know, we'll see, March the 4th. Yeah, see, Frank's even backing that out. There's a lot of us that are in the know, but we just need to see it transpire now. We just need to see it all come to truth. Now, the next story I'm going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen, nice to see you, Beth. Hope Marshall's all right. He's probably in bed. He probably tied him up and left him in bed somewhere. Who knows? Trump is related to the Habsburgs. Yeah, it could be. You're talking about the Queen, aren't you? The Habsburgs, the German Fourth Reich that sits on our throne. I always wondered, you know, how this country ever turned into this. And I think, hang on, we've got royal, our royal family's German. You know, the Queen. There's pictures of the Queen, videos of the Queen during the war, walking around the Buckingham Palace gardens doing the old Z Kyle. And I'm thinking, crikey, what the fuck's going on? Auntie Mandy, please tell Al I can watch the Trump thing. Beautiful. He's good, isn't he? If you tied him up, Beth, you gaffer taped him up again. I'm telling you, you got to stop that. Anyway, right, next story. Stay with me. We ain't going nowhere. This is hang on. Oh no, I've just shut that down, haven't I? Did I just shut that down? Oh no. Hang on a second. That's let me just see. Man. Hang on. Manchester Cafe owner. Right, here we go. So this should take me to right. So the other day, I don't know if you know, but a guy in Manchester. Hang on while this loads up. This is the cafe in question. All right. This is on, like I say, people, you really don't realise this is all going to affect you. All right, because when you look at the fact that McDonald's is open, B&Q's is open, Wickes is open, all these big corporations are open, right? You don't see the police going in there, throttling people, dragging them out with their arms, but you don't see Wickes' staff members flying across the car park, you know, and it'd be a bit confusing because the Wickes' staff generally wear Ivies and so do the police. You would never know who's winning that fight, right? You'd be like, go on the Ivies. Oh, it's Wickes'. Oh, it's you wouldn't know. right? But this geezer that's running this calf, this couple, Lucian Domansky, was arrested after police were called to the Kate and Luke calf in Burnage. What a nice part of the world. Burnage sounds like somewhere from Bristol on Sunday afternoon. So they're obviously having a little Sunday afternoon. They've got a few people in and out there, right? So this is it. It's happened in Burnage Lane, M19, Manchester 1FN. There's the telephone numbers for the calf if you want to ring them up and wish them the good tidings and tell them well done for staying open. They do espressos, cappuccinos, all day breakfasts. Eat, and you can take takeaways as well. Beautiful. This geezer looks like a copper still outside here. Is that just me, or does that look like he's got a little camera thing strapped down his ear here? Or is that just part of the framework from the stuff behind him? That to me looks like a little earpiece here. I don't know. I could be wrong. This guy, and this is the police being pulled over the coals. But here's the problem for me. It's always after the event, always after they've violated someone. There's a bit of interest and an inquiry into why the police did it. The police shouldn't be doing this in the first place. That's the hard message here. The hard message is they shouldn't be doing this shit in the first place. There should never have to be an investigation. There should never have to be an inquiry into police abuse and police brutality, because it should never be happening. It should never be happening. Police professional standard probe has been launched following the arrest of a cafe owner after officers were called to a lockdown breach. Lucan Domansky, 38, was arrested on Sunday after as police responded to reports of over 100 people in the Kate and Luke cafe in Burnage. Yeah, people turned out for him. Mr. Domansky has since been charged with assaulting a police officer. This copper, and this is how cowardly the courts and the police are, right? This guy who was standing up, listen, when a copper steps outside of his oath of office, yeah, he's no longer a constable, okay? Absolutely no longer a constable. But it says here he's been charged with assaulting a police officer. He will appear in Manchester's Magistrate Court on Tuesday, February the 23rd. So he's obviously only got a few days, a week and a bit to sort himself out. This copper had a right hook swing at Lucas, and he had handcuffs in his hand. Now, let's just say for 1 minute that that copper with his handcuffs had landed a blow on Lucan's temple. Could have killed him. And then Lucan's family would have gone without. His wife would have been screaming blue murder, and the police would have just hushed it up and swept it under the carpet. These people are a National Socialist Party. The police now and the courts are National Socialists. They are what Hitler's, they are, because, you know, where you go? I'm going down the social club. We've got a social club. We have a social gathering. Listen, if you want National Socialism, you can have it. But it's a dangerous thing because it always ends in total destruction. Always. Always ends in total destruction, National Socialism. Always. We're all in it together, remember? In a statement tonight, the force said initial review suggests that officers' actions were reasonable. So swinging at someone's head with handcuffs in your hand is reasonable, is it? Fucking idiots. When the wider context of the situation, but said the incident has been referred GMP's professional standard branch. The statement said yesterday, Sunday, 7th of March, officers are responding to reports of non-compliance with COVID restrictions. Listen, all this COVID restriction stuff is rules. Rules, ladies and gentlemen, not law. Not law, rules. My teachers at my school years ago used to tell me rules are meant for breaking. On arrival at the incidents, officers were faced with Officers were faced with a significant amount of people who were blatantly breaching COVID legislation, which has been put in place to protect the most vulnerable members of our society. And they're always going to put that caveat in there because they don't want you seeing the bigger picture. They want you feeling and pulling on your heartstrings. So that's what this little paragraph here is what to do. Some concerns have been raised regarding footage circulation on social media, which shows officers arresting a man following the incident of Burnage. Well, it's going to raise concerns because this geezer, do you know when these coppers went into that building, they was offered drinks and food? Do you know that? GMP have revealed all footage available, including that obtained by a police warm body video, which showed a full time of the event. Well, we know that, he looks like, look at these people. They're modern day Nazis. We really do. Officers issue 14 PICS penalty Officers issue 14 fixed penalty notices at the scene. It's all about the money, ladies and gentlemen. That's all this is about. You can't have 4 or 5 coppers going out. They need to make money. They're just out making money. 14 fines, £100 a go, £200 a go. Lovely jubbly. Sweet, isn't it? You've allowed your public servants to become revenue collectors. Your public servants are revenue collectors because they get control through the monetary system. That's all. Whilst initial review suggests that officers' actions were reasonable when assessed within the wider context of the situation following concerns raised by members of the public, it has been referred to GMP's professional standard branch with, like, I bet that goes somewhere, didn't you? I bet that's just hushed right under the carpet. Officers in attendance were confronted with verbal abuse from numerous members of the public. Well, why not? We're supposed to keep the government in check. We always did. We used to go to courts. We used to throw fucking tomatoes at judges and magistrates that were being outrageous and going against the Constitution. We, the people, used to keep these fuckers in check. Not them keeping us in check. We were there to make sure that they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. It's completely role reversed, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable. They were further faced with a reluctance to cooperate by numbers of the that were present, despite the officers' attempt to engage with them. You don't have to engage with any member of the police because England is a country that's governed by consent, right? Are we not? Is it not our right? Is it not our right to say no, thanks, Constable, not today? Don't want none of your shit today. Thank you. Fucking hell. Excuse my French. I can't put in the words how I feel right now. This is just how you're feeling, right? This is just how you're feeling. And I don't blame you. ACRO, ACRO, this company that's giving out all these COVID fines is I look like Russell Kane then. Let's put that down. They're I quite like Russell Kane. He's quite camp, but he is quite funny, actually. He's a good comedian. I like him. He does a lot of this, doesn't he? He's all moving all the time. He's a funny old boy. ACRO, ACRO, send all these fines out. Bosch, they actually, if I can find a video, I don't know if I can find it on here. Let's have a look. There's a video of 2 guys in their house in this country, and the police are at their door, and it looks like the people have had enough. So now they're pushing back, and they told the police to get out of the house, and Bob's your uncle. Let's just come back into my StreamYard. So we're sharing, and we'll have a little look down the old Facebook timeline for today. Shocking video shows maskless market in Naples in Florida. Everybody, this is from the news with Shepard Smith. This is Jason Harris, guy called Jason Harris on Facebook. Shocking video shows maskless market in Naples. Fantastic. Marriage allowance. We're just slaves, man. We are just slaves, yeah. Dan King details Rangers conversion that brought Steven Gerrard to it. Well, I don't even know why that's on my page. That's not the stuff I'm interested in. COVID, this is from the BBC News. COVID-22 die after Basingstoke care home outbreak. Well, if many of them have probably had their vaccinations, I would say that could be the reason that's the case. Paul Krushenk has put this story up. Personally, if I've ever got to go into one of these places, I'm going to get me out of here because I'm not going into one of them nursing homes under any circumstances. The Daily Mail, BBC blasted for Black Lives Matter, largely peaceful protest headline. Copper there with his smashed head, bit of claret coming down. There's got a police medic there. The BBC I've got no time for it. That's why I've not funded them for over 10 years. We've got Fox here. We've got an American restaurant owner refused to comply with the COVID guidelines. So we're seeing more and more people push back now. Because, listen, they've got this in line for you guys with the masks and everything else that goes on till 2025, right? So if you want to live like this till 2025, I'm pretty sure you are going to be cheesed right off with it by then. No privacy, no property of the world in 2030, according to the WEF. So this is from Mises.org. By 2030, no one will own anything. You won't own your kids, your cars, your houses. All right. And that's just how it's going to be. If that's the sort of world you want to live in, crack on, because it looks like we're making our busy way to trying to get there quite fast right now. So, you know, these are the things that are going on in the world. Charlie Theron reportedly reveals her daughter, 7, is transgender. To me, that's child abuse. Just child abuse. Why are we doing this? This is the World Health Organization. Lower your risk from wear a mask, clean your hands, keep physical distance, cough, sneeze away from your elbow. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, right? This thing's been going on for a rather long time now. We have all this nonsense in the world, and I have not ever worn a mask. I've never maintained or been really physically aware of maintaining any distance that I normally wouldn't give someone space anyway. I've not overly washed my hands. I've not washed them 30 times a day, and I feel as right as ninepence. And as of yet, I don't know anyone that's had this thing. I don't know anyone that's died of it. So I'm just giving you that's going on in my everyday life, right? So yeah, we are where we are. Humans will be hybrids by 2030. Can't see that happening. But you can go to jail for breaking the COVID rules. Church of England forgave paedophiles and let them keep working with children. Inquiry fines. But someone's saying here, but you can go to jail for breaking the COVID rules. It don't make a sense. The laws in this country certainly don't make any sense. And as far as I'm concerned, as a non-lukewarm Christian, but a very hardcore Christian, I am a hardcore Christian, ladies and gentlemen. There is only one lawgiver, and that's it. Just one. There is nothing other than one lawgiver. And it certainly ain't man. These are cool. Bamboo towers produce up to 25 gallons of water in a day without electricity. Look at that. Bamboo towers creating water. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, yeah. Holly Willoughby in tears as Philip Schofield sweet for... Oh, I can't be doing with that. Britain faces a second summer right of travel firms, wedding venues, pubs and event organisers warn uncertainty over where COVID rules will end, if ever, means hundreds of thousands of jobs will go. So none of that. Bosh, all gone. Ta-ta. This is on the 9th of February, 2021. Let's see if we can have a little scooch on the link. So, and Riley, Marilyn saying, so long, civil liberties, fare thee well. And I agree with them. I agree with Riley. You've lost all your freedoms, ladies and gentlemen, over something that you might or you might not catch. Now, look. Don't get me wrong. Is that Andy Bell? Andy Bell, that's not the geezer from Erasure, is it? This is exactly what they want. And that's why they're locking the world down. They're driving the economy down into a depression under the guise of they are protecting us. That's exactly what they're doing. They will wait until it's a low percentage. Then they will, millions of businesses will be finished. Business people saying we have been pumped into their business in failing attempts to keep them afloat to only finalise having their premises taken from them, then repossessed by the banks. Guys, listen, this is coming hard and fast. It really, really, really is coming hard and fast. And only you can make a difference. Listen, you really, really can. It's only you guys that can make such a difference. 33 times a day, Dave, get it right? Yeah, 30. Yeah, exactly right, Frank. I've not changed anything in my life since all of this. The only thing I've changed is I've took more vitamins and minerals. I take loads of vitamin D, vitamin C, B, K2, minerals, magnesium, zincs. We take all them sort of things, and I feel as right as ninepence. But do I know anyone that's had this? And, are we, when this COVID's over, are we going to put the same vigour into the 20 to 40,000 people that die a year of the flu? All right, that turn to pneumonia and they drain in their own fluid on their lungs. Are we going to keep the same vigour up? Are we going to go, oh, no, so-and-so's been taken into hospital. They got the flu. They died. Yeah, are we going to keep that same emotional attachment? I mean, I'm quite glad that you're all concerned about who's dying. It's fantastic that you're all paying attention, but are we going to be measured across the board and show this much enthusiasm to it with regards to the flu, which has disappeared to Benidorm? No one gets the flu anymore, ladies and gentlemen. No one. And cancer and all these other ailments. Oh, we had heart failure. Oh, we had kidney failure. Yeah, we had a brain hemorrhage. Oh, dangerous. Oh, you can't go out. Wear a mask. People die all the time, people. And absolutely, it is not hard to make it look like 100,000 people have died of COVID. If you're government, it is so easy to swindle the numbers because you, as parliamentarians, just tell all your doctors and nurses around the country, listen, we've privatised the hospitals, bitches. You work for us. If we tell you to put COVID down on the death certificates, monkey boy, that's what you're going to do. And that's what they're doing. I just hope you can see it. I really do hope you can see it. They've privatised the hospitals, ladies and gentlemen. They're all private profit. Dave Brambleby, hello, gorgeous. Have a night. Have a good sleep, me old fruit. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Gorgeous man. Spear thrower. No, I just love Spear thrower's profile picture. I do. It's so cool. And I'd love to see him throw a spear, to be fair, like that. Spear thrower's a great name, isn't it? So what do we do about getting this government out? Well, it's simple, Trev. You just get a couple of million people, 1 million, 500,000 people, and you go out and hoist them out. Simple. It's not hard. And then you look at all the monkey boys, all the police, and say, right, mother trucker, back to the rule of law. If you don't do the rule of law, you're going to be strung from the neck. I make no bones about it. With what's going on in this country right now, I'd see a few people string from the neck. You're kidding me? Because treason's treason. Subverting the Constitution is treason and sedition. And it's happening right now. It's been going on for a long time. We have communists running this country. It's got to stop. It's got to stop because it's you that are paying the price. It's not them. They're not paying the price. They don't know fear. They don't know fear at all. Boris Johnson, Theresa May, Tony, they don't know fear. But the minute they do get a whiff of fear, you want to watch them run. Watch them run. We're a country that fights itself. Our public servants don't work for us. They work for themselves. They're self-serving, self-governing, self-appointed. They're only in it for the money and the swindle and the control. That's all that they love this monetary system because it controls you all. They love it. Ain't got no tax, sir. Right, we'll take the car. Yeah, can't pay your council tax. Well, we'll take the kids. Yeah, can't pay the mortgage. Oh, we'll take the house. It's all about the money. And we love the money. We love the monetary system. That's why we defend it. That's why we defend it with such vehementness, because we know we all rely on it. And that's the only thing that keeps us with it. That's it. But you go up and start hanging them up by the lampposts, yeah? Once you've all had a quick trial, is he guilty of treason? 500,000 people say yes. Bosh. Someone gets up there. They used to have axemen going around chopping people's heads off years ago that was sought after individuals, very well known. Used to sharpen their blade, sit around all day just sharpening that blade up. Yeah, waiting for the next one to come. One foul swoop, boom, off. Treason's treason. England's England. Can't change our constitution. You can't change our history. Not a chance. And we have traitors running this country. Traitors that have plotted against the people. And they plot 24/7. Matt Hancock, traitor. Because he's now telling, well, if you don't play it, we're going to put you in prison for 10 years. The only thing they can put in the prison for 10 years is a birth certificate. The only thing they can give a license to is a birth certificate. Yeah? The only thing they can give a marriage certificate to is a birth certificate. Because that's all they own. They don't own the God-given created individual. We all think they do. And they think they do because we don't know how to separate the two. You don't know how to separate your legal fiction from the real you. It's unbelievable. But we are coming. We're listen, it's going to happen. Those merchants of Babylon with their golden things that glitter. Yeah, they are. Tony Blair, the pure, he's Heinrich Himmler. Tony Blair is Heinrich Himmler. So look, peeps, if you're happy with coppers swinging at cafe owners with handcuffs in their hands, crack on, mate. Crack on. Dave, don't inviting conflict like Trump suffering. Look, all I'm saying is treason's happening, right? Treason is treason. And I want my country back, and I want my people to be happy again. And my people is you guys, and we're all the same. We're all equal. We've been so divided. We wouldn't know unity if we were picking our noses on the street corner. We wouldn't know unity. We wouldn't know what it means to come together. Right? We just wouldn't know, because it's so distant from us. We all seem to think we're this super uber individual, but we're not. And clearly now, you know, you've got people that last year thought they were all right, you know, paying their mortgage. So many people struggle through. They pay the mortgage, they pay this bill, they pay that bill. They now can't do that. So now they're joining queues in freezing snow to go into the soup kitchen to get some grub. That's a failing of a country. There's enough to go around for everyone. You've seen the amount of waste that supermarkets throw out. Have you seen the price of food in shops? It's only going to get worse unless you all decide to do something. So I suggest that you all go and talk to your friends and family. We come together in peaceful union and we go and end this. And how we end this, we go to Downing Street, we get them back to the rule of law. That's all. There's no violence involved. There's no beating. There's back to the rule of law, trials by jury, trials that are constituted by this country. And if someone's guilty, and someone decides that they have to pay the price by death, you know, teach this country a lesson. My goodness. So, be careful. Stay safe. I'll see you all soon. Buy gold and silver. It's about to boom. You have until April the 1st, then everything changes. Auntie Mandy, great advice here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm off. I'm going to go and grab myself another cup of tea. I love you all. I want to thank you all for joining in this StreamYard viewing this morning. You're all gorgeous. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. I want you to carry on in your lives. I want you to not walk in fear, right? I've always said from the beginning of this, if I catch the flu and I die, so be it. If I catch the Rona, the Corona flu, so be it. If I have a heart attack today and die, so be it. What can I do about it? I can't do nothing. But to walk in fear and to live in fear is an oxymoron. It is an oxymoron. And this government, all the adverts on the telly, stay at home, save lives. Why should we save the NHS? The NHS should be working at its finest when it's working its hardest. It should be a finely tuned machine. That's how we only got enough room in it. Well, then you make other wards emergency units. You deal with it. You crash with it. When I go to work and I come against a problem, I don't just go, oh, I'm defeated, I'm going to go home and sit at home. And I have to deal with it. I have to get over it. I have to succumb. I have to win the situation. That's what the NHS should have to do. They should always have to find a way to help and save people regardless. So what's all this bullshit on the telly saying don't use the NHS? You're paying for it. Can't you use it? You're not allowed to? Don't make sense. Well, so they're all on ICU. So then make other ICU walls. You should have made all of these hospitals have never been used, these Nightingale hospitals. You should have had all them set up as an intensive care. So, boss, anyone goes here, you crash them there, you take them there, they jump on a ventilator. Whatever has to happen. Yeah, but no, they're shutting down the Nightingale hospitals. That one in the Excel Centre in London only ever had 20 people in the beds. That was it. 20 people. Unbelievable. Anyway, peeps, I'm off. I need to go and sort a few things out. I've got my Russell Crane cane thing going on this morning. Lord knows what that's all about. I'm not exciting violence. I want peace, love and harmony. I want a utopia. I want a world where everyone's happy, where no one goes without, where no kids are being stolen from the state, where we're not all involved in illegal wars. I want the greatness back. I want God's kingdom revealed to all. And we're going to see it. Trust me, we are going to see it because we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. The old is going to go and we're going to usher in the new. Make no mistake about it. It's happening right now. So I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. Stay blessed. Stay in the peace. And I'll be back with you at some point. Take care.